War is raging, government is stealing our freedom, food processing plants are burning, and gun sales are through the roof. You're in the right place. This is The Prepared Mind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. I'm John, the host. You guys are the fans of the most. Fans, fanatical, fanatics. I think we're fanatical about being free. Free, right? Freedom, liberty, Constitution. I'm fanatical about that. I am not fanatical about what's going on in DC right now. Welcome to the show. It is the Friday free-for-all. I'm here in the seat. Ooman is behind the scenes as the moderator extraordinaire. And we're going to take off on this show. Everyone knows what's going on with Elon Musk and Donald Trump, President Trump. I don't like any of it. I think it's ridiculous. I think we're being played. That's why I started off with the clown satirical news network. Because this is all, it's a fucking clown show. Now, Trump said, according to a famous blogger, so how accurate is that person saying, Trump is going to release an unredacted list? Well, I didn't see that come from Trump. Right? Everyone's going to jump in and try and make clicks. This is not about clicks. It's about getting prepared. It's not about clicks. It's about understanding what's going on. It's not about clicks. It's about filtering out the bullshit and just dealing with some facts. Fact of the matter is, Trump is the president of the United States. He ought not be engaging in a fifth grade game, of seeing who can outwit, outbitch, outsmart the other guy. Same with Elon Musk. Supposedly the richest man in the world, quite possibly the richest man in the United States, but he's very rich altogether, nonetheless. And he's acting like a fucking fifth grader, playing who's the bitch now with Trump. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Even if this is a trick, it's a troll, it's a sham, it's a scam, it's a joke. I don't think that using the office this way is the appropriate way to do it and go about it. I don't like it. It discredits the United States. It discredits the office just as much as the Democrats discredit the concept of intelligent thought. I don't like it. And now, folks, now the commie scum is going to attack during an episode of weakness from the White House. We have a weak Senate, we have a weak House of Representatives, and now we have a weak White House to go along with a weak Supreme Court and an all seemingly powerful deep state apparatus. So who's going to do some attacking? None other than communist scum Norm Eisen. He has announced he's going to start attacking Elon Musk. Why would he even need to announce it? Why would he even tell anyone? Why not just do it? Once again, everyone wants to come out in front of a camera if they have any power or influence or money and talk a bunch of trash. I am just sick of this pedantic, sophomoric, lowbrow, low IQ idiocy. They're not just a host of a little show like this. These are big players. Anyways, Norm Eisen, scumbag, announced he's going to go after Trump. This is what happens, right? This is what happens when the Attorney General is weak. She should have indicted him months ago for his crimes against the country. But nope, he's out there running free. Folks, it's the Friday free-for-all. What do you want to talk about? On Monday through Thursday, I come on and do my 30-minute monologue, and then you guys get your 30-minute question and answer fun time, right? The AKA, right? The inner circle. Now, on Fridays, we do a shotgun approach. Blam, blam, blam. Me, you. Let's do that. Get your questions, comments down below into Mr. Uman. He's going to decide what comes up first, who's next, and tie the show together so it always runs so smooth. So smooth. Anyways, Mr. Uman, I hope you're ready. Thumbs up, sir. We're getting ready. He's giving me the thumbs up. We're good. We're good. So get your questions down below. I'm going to hit the next topic. And then you guys, I want to hear from you. What is on your mind? What are you hearing? If you want to talk about the Trump-Musk thing, talk about it. Bring it up. Bring up a question, a point, a perception, whatever you got. We'll run with it. We'll carry it. We'll counter it. We'll talk about it, because it's not about having one person here know all the truths, right? I'm not the Pope. I'm certainly not Jesus. But, we can take both sides to discuss it. So you can choose for yourself what is, the most believable. What's the most believable way? How do we best understand? What's the perspective that encompasses and holds most of the facts together? Okay, so let's do it. Norm Eisen, he just might fall down a staircase sometime soon. You never can tell, can you? Anyways, remember that asshole named Kilmar Abrego Garcia? Yeah. He was the MS-13 gang member that the mainstream media and Democrats called a Maryland dad. Well, he was deported to a prison in El Salvador. Well, allegedly, supposedly, he's on his way right now back to the United States of America. And he is going to face criminal charges. Why doesn't the district attorney, the prosecuting attorney, just say, he's in another country, he's in prison? That's their problem. Why even bother wasting taxpayer money, court time, and exposing the country to this fucking gang member? His tattoos demonstrate him to be a member of MS-13. There's videos of him committing crimes. And now we really need this, right? Well, here's my take on it. I want to know your take if you have an opinion on this shit, right? I'm sure the judge, once he gets all the way back up here, I'm sure he's going to grant him cheap-ass bail. Let him out in the public. What a great idea. I'm sure the judge, after starting the trial, is going to throw out all the charges, dismiss the charges. I'm sure the judge is going to apologize to this MS-13 sack of crap. For all of America, we're so sorry. Not a fucking peep from any judge about the January 6th patriots who were unlawfully locked up, had their rights denied from the First Amendment to the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 10th, all the way fucking down the line. But I bet this judge will apologize and then pay him restitution with your tax money. And why not go all the way and give this guy some children to rape while the she judge is on a roll? I mean, that's the type of cynicism I now have for what's going on out there. I'm not happy with any of it, folks. This is not America. This isn't how America fucking works. And there's going to be a price to pay for it. There's no way. There's no way that we just, back to normal America, right? Right? No, I'm paying more taxes than ever. Inflation is higher than ever. I went to buy fucking hamburger, which is like lips and ears and cow armpit all ground up with some fat. $9 a pound on sale in Florida. It's not premium. No, it's not grade A. It's not Wagyu hand massage fucking beef ground into hamburger. No, it's not Angus. This is regular fucking hamburger on sale for $9 a fucking pound. When I left California in 2020, what did hamburger cost? About $2.50 a pound. 3 tops. I was getting it on sale for $1.50 to $2 a pound on sale. Now on sale, literally $9 fucking bucks a pound. Okay, let us see what you guys want to talk about. What's going on in the audience, Mr. Uman? It is Friday. It's the free-for-all. Let's get it on. And Diving Frog says, hey, John, the world's in chaos. My wife came in with a hairdo from another planet. My daughter ran off with a rock star. So what's happening next month? I don't know. Sounds like you may have an appointment at a transgender surgery center. If things keep going this way with you, you're in big trouble, Diving Frog. Watch your back, man. Anyways, it's just everything's a fucking joke. Everything is a fucking joke. It's like, how does this not work? How does this work? Right? I mean, get this. You're going to love this shit. Again, comments, questions down below. It is the Friday free-for-all, which means me, you, me, you, me, you. We go back and forth, back and forth. And Sunday is Sunday Night Live. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be right here. And next week, on Thursday, I leave for California. I'll be flying into the Northern California area. Son of mine is getting married. Congratulations, son of mine. Wow. So, but for now, that's right. Let's get back to the moment. We're in the moment. Let's live in the moment. Kiev, Ukraine. The only thing it's famous for is chicken Kiev, and no one I know knows how to fucking make it. You know, it probably tastes like chicken. Kiev is burning. Kiev is, I don't know if it's fallen, but it's certainly fucking burning. Anyways, the massive Russian retaliatory, I guess I need more scotch. The massive Russian retaliatory missile and drone strikes. They are targeting, Russia is the capital, and other Ukraine cities. And guess what? After this pounding, Zelensky is saying, hey, I want to talk peace. Let's talk peace, okay? Let's talk peace. Wasn't he just at a fucking peace meeting in Turkey a few days ago? Bragging, gloating, acting all tough and shit, puffing out his little scrappy-doo chest. He's about 5'3" tall with a little scrappy-doo attitude. Yeah, he's talking a bunch of shit. Oh, he gets the shit bombed out of him. I was like, oh, no timeout, man. He's like that kid that always called timeout when it was time to get his ass kicked. Losing in sports. Timeout, right? Now Zelensky wants to talk about peace. Really? After all the shit he did, he took out fucking bombers, took out fucking bridges. Are these acts of war or acts of terrorism? Ask yourself that. If this is an act of terrorism, right, sending drones, they snuck missiles and drones into Russia using Russian or some other truck drivers to take them inside shipping containers. They got them out, fucking struck a match and lit a fuse and ran, right, and launched this shit. I know it's more than just that, right? It's highly technical drone strike. Is that terrorism? Or is that an act of war? Well, you're using non-soldiers, ununiformed soldiers. That makes them spies. It makes them terrorists. Because in war, there are rules, folks. Just like you're not allowed to, well, if someone surrenders, you cannot refuse to accept surrender. Geneva Convention. Another one is you have to wear a uniform indicating what military you're working for and operating with. You are not allowed to dress as a civilian and act in war. So it's a fucking act of terrorism. Doesn't matter, though. If Ukraine is acting as a terrorist state, the United States should recognize it as such and cut off all ties, Fuck you, Zelensky, you're done. Russia, what's its response to an act of terrorism? I think they should absolutely obliterate Kiev. There will be civilian casualties, but who gives a fuck? Zelensky's already killed 1 million to 1.5 million of his own citizens that he has forced to the front line. So what's the difference if you kill another couple thousand at this point by taking out Kiev and just fucking leveling the place, along with the other major and minor strategic Ukraine cities? Okay? That's how you respond to terrorism. They do $100 in damage, you do $10,000 in damage. Now, is this an act of war? Oh, well, if this is an act of war, it's being engaged in an area outside of the special military operation area, right? Which was the formerly Eastern Ukraine area, which are now Russian federalist states, Russian Federation states. They're acting outside of that during wartime. The response to that kind of attack, they do $100 of damage, you do $10,000 worth of damage. Right now, that's Zelensky. Okay, I fucked you up. Now I want peace. No, sorry. Zelensky wants a ceasefire after he bombed Russian airfields, took out bridges, killed civilians, children. You know, okay, we want to say Russia kills children. Everyone kills children. Well, it doesn't make it right. Zelensky's doing the same fucking thing. So he's no better than Putin or Hamas or Israel or Iran or Somalia or Yemen or any of these other fucking terrorist states, right? Zelensky wants a ceasefire, right? Would you trust a thing the dickhead Zelensky says or agrees to? Because what? He's going to change his mind, right? He violates ceasefires already. He kills civilians already and stuffing coke up his nose while embezzling billions of dollars from the United States of America and sending his own people to death. We can trust a guy like that, right? World War III is on the table. I think Zelensky is lucky that they didn't drop any fucking nukes on him. Now, I'm not a world leader. I'm not president. I don't have nuclear weapon capability, right? If I did, I would have to have a different temperament, I understand. But as I am coming to you from my chair in the bunker, I just want everyone to know I wouldn't put up with Zelensky's shit. I don't know if I would nuke him, but I would definitely make sure he fucking pays. In fact, you know how to end this mess? You grease the little worm. You rub him out. You obliterate him. You vaporize his little homosexual ass. You give him a piece of the right hypersonic monkeypox up his ass. And then the next leader that the CIA props up, take him out too. And the next leader that pops up, you take him out too. Have a couple of discussions. Fucking grease them. After, 3, 4, 5 assassinated leaders, I think they'll start to go, wait a minute, I don't want to be the fucking leader. No one wants to be the fucking leader when that starts happening. Right? Now, in war, right, you punish civilians to get the government to surrender. There comes a point when every government has to say, you know what, we're losing so badly, our military's lost, and now the people are suffering. It's not worth it. Zelensky doesn't give a fuck as long as he keeps getting American dollars from USAID. And I'm sure he's still getting his money because these Democrat judges are continuing to get in the way, to interfere, to usurp the power of the presidency. Crazy business. It's the Friday free-for-all, folks. It's been a long week. It's been an exciting week. And it's been an annoying week. I tell you what, I want to hear what you guys want to talk about. Who's up next? Mr. Uman. We got Uman himself. He says the Trump-Musk spat has all but eliminated all the World War III talk in the media. Distraction accomplished. I'm waiting for the your mama jokes between Trump and Elon Musk to start. Yeah. Well, the World War III talk in the media hasn't affected anything that Putin's doing. It hasn't affected anything Zelensky's doing. I mean, was there... That's one of the things we were distracted from, no doubt. We're distracted from that. We're distracted from Iran. We're distracted from China. We're distracted from, the failing fucking bond auctions. You guys know about that? Who knows about that? Anybody? I can't help it. I got to do my thing. Yeah, the United States Treasury is trying to sell bonds, right? And it's not working. No one's buying it. You know what they're trying to devise now? They're trying to come up with a plan, a way for American people to buy U.S. bonds so that the country funds itself. Are they out of their fucking minds? The last raise I got, 40% of it stayed in the government's hands. 40%, the big 40. So I work my ass off, and the fucking government keeps 40% of my raise, not to mention what they already keep. So I'm going to go, you know what? I didn't get fucked hard enough by the government with taxes. I think I'm going to buy a U.S. savings bond that pays 4 or maybe 5% while we're getting crushed with 10% and more inflation. While they lie to us about it, right? The CPI, right? Consumer inflation number, the CPI, is nicknamed the CP lie because they fucking lie to us. I don't know anyone who's got enough money to invest in bonds knowing that, they're no longer risk-free return on investment. Now they're return-free risk. Meaning, yeah, you may or may not get paid back by the government. And if you do, you're going to lose money on the fucking deal. What a great idea. What a novel fucking concept. If you haven't been fucked enough with taxes and over-regulated and fucking lied to, threatened and shit on by the government, you can buy their bonds and lose even more. There's a lot to distract us from. That one just frosted my fucking cake. That got my goat. Not that I have a goat. Anyways, great topic, man. What were we distracted from? Comments, thoughts? You guys let me know. What were we distracted from? There's so much going on. Global Impact says the big, beautiful bill just gave Zelensky $60 billion more fucking dollars. Is that true, man? Do you know? I don't fucking know. Who man's doing? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Global Impact. You put a fact up like that, you need to put like in parentheses, like New York Post or Wall Street Journal or some government person, says Mike Johnson. That way we know what the source is. It always helps rather than, this right here, that's a hell of a splashy ass fucking statement. But when it's something like that, it's good to have references. Just a note. Not a requirement, just a note. Because there's so much lying and bullshit going on. They lie and bullshit us, Global Impact, all of us. You, me, all of us. How do we know when we're getting the truth? Kind of like I heard or saw this guy. I'm not going to repeat his name on social media, but he wrote, "Oh yeah. Trump said he's going to release the Epstein files unredacted. Yeah, and monkeys, they're going to fly out my ass here pretty quick." Not happening, folks. Anyways, thank you, Global Impact. Now, I've got one for y'all. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for it? Oh, I think I am. Joe Biden used AutoPen, or Joe Biden or whoever was the AutoPen operator, used the presidential AutoPen to sign all those pardons, with the exception of one glaring, extremely loud signature and pardon. Can you guess which pardon was the real pardon? Right? There's a game show when I was a young man, even a boy. It was right. Will the real pen stand up? It was Hunter Biden. There's an actual Joe Biden scribble all fucked up for Hunter Biden's pardon. Number one, again, it reminds us of what a fucking slime Joe Biden is. But if that's the only real signature, right, then the rest are fraudulent, criminal. The January 6th committee? No. Who else? Right? Who else got them? Who else got pardons that we're pissed about? Well, the other big one is fucking Anthony Fauci, right? Can't stand that little weaselly fuck. I got some news on him anyways. All right, Mr. Uman, let's see what's going on in the audience. And it's Robin Frida B. And she says, given all the illegal immigrations and refugees coming here, where is the safest place in America now? I hear talk of Idaho, Iowa, or North Dakota. Or is there such a place anymore? Robin, I'm going to tell you, I'm willing to bet all 50 states, including Rhode Island, have areas that are safe, that could be considered safe from illegal immigrants, fucking terrorists, screwball left-wing groups. You just have to find them. Now, in the state of Florida, as I was saying, last weekend, right, I met a young couple that moved to Florida from Idaho, the Boise area, because they said it was being overrun by Californians. Now, Boise's the capital. Boise's a big city, right? But there's other areas in Idaho. But wait, in Idaho, you're not safe from, that's right, the FBI, ATF, Department of Justice. That's where Randy Weaver's wife and infant son were murdered by the government, assassinated, shot through the fucking head. No place is truly safe from that level of terrorism. But I can say this, right? Lots of places in Idaho, good. Iowa, North Dakota, you bet. Now, there's areas in Florida, not so safe. There's areas in Florida where the bad people better watch their fucking steps. I happen to live in one of those areas. There's plenty of fruitcakes around here, just like there's fruitcakes everywhere, Robin. The question is, are there enough real men and American women, right, to form a protective, shall we say, battalion, regiment? Take your fucking pick, right? Take your pick. Are there enough good people in the area? Do they have balls? Are they well trained? And can they be trusted? I don't know. I know the area I'm in, I don't have a whole lot of worries. Like I said, there's fruitcakes everywhere. 4 out of 10 people are Democrats. And half of them think that what's going on to this country is great. The other half are just being quiet about it. But they're all Democrats. And they all voted for the shit that's going on. So, yeah, pick a state. My suggestion, when someone says, where should I go? I want to feel safe. Go to where you're, shall we say, physically comfortable. If you like the cold, more north. You like the heat, come down south. West Coast, East Coast, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, take your pick. right? Because when shit hits the fan, nasty style, it won't be fun. So you may as well be as comfortable. That is to say, pick a climate that you like. Some people will pick up North Dakota, Idaho, because they feel safer there. They feel like the cold or harsh weather will be a good deterrent. They operate in well. That's the pick. You've got to pick, right? Our natural resource is a concern of yours. Food and water, right? Once again, figure it out. Where do you want to be? What do you feel comfortable with? Who do you feel comfortable around? Right? You used to think that Minnesota was a place where Germans and Swedes lived in America. Nope. That apparently is Little Wadia now. Little Somalia. A bunch of Muslims have been moved up there. And they keep importing them by the fucking thousands and thousands and thousands. That's where scumbag, balding, weird-looking freak of an anti-American Somalian who is an incestuous brother marrier, fraudulent piece of shit, Ilhan Omar, right? That's where she's been elected for Congress. So you can guess that she comes from an area that's just loaded with these third world terrorist types. So Minnesota, not good. Well, at least not those areas. So you got to find an area, find a climate, make sure you have the resources you need, and that the people there are the type of people you want to be around. Now, here's another question for you, Robin. How big are these safe places? Well, they can be as big as a 5-mile radius or a 10-mile radius or a 20-mile radius. It could be an entire fucking county or a section of a state. Like, I'm willing to bet if you go 50 miles north of Boise, Idaho, from that point north, you're in pretty safe hands. I'm willing to bet that the same goes for areas of Utah outside of Salt Lake City, Provo area. Not many people at all. A lot of extra or ultra rural type areas. Anyways, those places are safe. It's just how big? How big? How many people, right? What do you want to put up with? In any sense, there you have it. Thank you, Robin, for all the great support, the questions, the camaraderie, the commentary, and all this good old-fashioned holy shit, what's going on, right? Welcome to the Friday Free-for-All Sunday Night Live right here on X, YouTube, thepreparedmind.club, subscribestar.com. I don't even know if they auto live stream over to Rumble and BitChute, possibly. In any event, be here Sunday night. I'm sure some stupid shit's going to happen this weekend. And I mentioned Anthony Fauci just a few minutes ago, that the little Weasley worm and his pardon are invalid. But don't worry, Pam Bondi won't do a fucking thing. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino won't do a fucking thing. The guy's lied to Congress, lied to the American people repeatedly. Does anyone doubt me? Does anyone doubt me?
With COVID, I mean, the things that we thought we knew in the beginning turned out as the months went by to not be the case, which really forced us to adapt and to change some of our policies and recommendations. That was interpreted by many as flip-flopping or not really knowing what's going on, when it really was the evolution of the science.
Fuck you, Dr. Fauci.
The best vaccination is to get infected yourself. If she really has the flu, she definitely doesn't need a flu vaccine. If she really has the flu.
She should not get it again?
No, she doesn't need it because it's the most potent vaccination is getting infected yourself.
Fuck you, Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Senator Paul, I have never lied I have never lied. I have never lied.
Fuck you, Dr. Fauci.
I represent science. I represent science. I represent science.
Fuck you, Dr. Fauci.
And we did that
do you
because
regret that it went too far? Whatever your original intentions were, and it's easy to be a Monday morning quarterback here, but that it went too far, that particularly for kids who couldn't go to school except remotely, that it's forever damaged them.
Well, I don't think it's forever irreparably damaged anyone.
And we did indeed suffer irreparable harm, sir, whether you care to admit it or not. Good riddance, Dr. Fauci. You are not truth, and you will not be missed.
Well, here we are, folks. Now, this isn't a news story. This was an advertisement I saw. And it was a health clinic. And they're stating, just because you feel fine doesn't mean you're actually fine. There is a silent threat out there of stroke and heart disease, and it's real. Yeah, no shit. You mean like the diseases and heart attacks caused by Dr. Fauci's death juice? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, folks, just because you feel fine doesn't mean you're actually fine. Not with the mRNA good stuff out there. Good golly, I tell you. Well, we're blowing through this show today. What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind? What comments, jokes, satire, smartass, doesn't matter. What do you have to say? Mr. Uman, what shall we do next? And it's Mr. Diving Frog. He says, John, I saw where a judge wants to ban manly jobs. I hope she can fix her Mercedes. Farmer's market, $16 for tomatoes. $16 for tomatoes. That's right up there with eggs at $1 a piece. Wow. Now, a judge wants to ban manly jobs. Look, there's no job that's manly out there. If you're a woman, you can get into construction with me. If you're a woman, you can work on sewer lines. If you're a woman, you can go out and you can go down into mine. You can become a coal miner. Like go underground with a pickaxe and mine coal and shovel it into a fucking conveyor belt that takes it out of the mine. You're more than welcome to it. More than welcome to it. The reason they're called manly jobs is most women don't want that. In fact, very few women want these manly jobs. I haven't seen many women in the trades my whole life. Been doing this since, I don't know, the early 90s. Now, there was a female plumber. No chip on her shoulder. Very manly chick. She wasn't unattractive. She wasn't some beastly, ungodly freak. She was a nice person. And she would get out there with a shovel as a plumber, mind you, and dig ditches to do sewer connections and bring water in. Lady worked hard. I think her name was Madison. That's it. The only other women I've seen in the trades are inspectors. And talk about a fucking chip on their shoulder. Holy shit. It's like, this isn't a dick measuring contest, sweetheart. Just inspect the fucking wiring, okay? Anyways, and I say the same fucking thing to the male inspectors. I don't give a fuck, sweetheart. Just check the fucking electric wires. Anyways, yeah. Who's going to fix the cars? And in fact, a lot of jobs require manly strength, which women don't have. It's very rare for a woman to have manly strength. This is just another woke bullshit plastic banana idea some fucking dumb liberal has that they want to try ramming down our throats. Done with them. I'm done with these dumb fucking people. Now, this next dumb fucking person, this communist sack of shit, is the Boston mayor, Michelle Wu. And she says that immigrations and customs enforcement agents are secret police. And then she went on to compare them to neo-Nazis. Now, the White House, and the Department of Homeland Security, the head operation that controls immigration and customs enforcement, they said it's a dangerous smear by communist sack of shit Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, and that it's disgusting. Now, when I hear that the White House and the Department of Homeland Security comes out and just slams Michelle Wu, saying that's disgusting and dangerous. Wow, I'm thinking the White House just might write a harsh letter too and send it to the mayor. But don't expect the FBI or Department of Justice to actually do anything to this harborer of illegal aliens. Don't expect the FBI or the Department of Justice to do anything to Michelle Wu or any other fucked up commie mayor or governor. They haven't done shit to these politicians. They arrested one fucking politician, the mayor of Shittsville in New Jersey. And the Democrats immediately started threatening everybody. Don't you do it. Don't you arrest anybody. You better not touch any Democrats. You're criminals. They're fucking criminals. And if they don't start arresting them, folks, we're going to have civil war in our hands. It won't just be some cute little partisan bullshit like 2020. 2020, folks, $4.5 billion worth of damage over the course of several months. 2020 has nothing on what's going to happen if the Democrats and the liberal faggots and all the Antifa and BLM, telling you, if they get violent, they're going to understand justice. It's not a threat. I don't want anyone to do anything dangerous or harmful. Don't break the fucking law. You can defend yourself and you can defend others from violence. That is the law. But understand this. It is going to get nasty when it finally happens. Because, and strictly because, the FBI hasn't done shit. The Department of Justice, the Attorney General hasn't done shit. Trump hasn't done shit in forcing them to arrest these people. I blame them all. They all have power and authority. You and me, we don't. First thing I do is go, okay, prickster, you big, fat, greasy fuck in Illinois, the governor, handcuff the bastard. Put him in jail. Hold him for 71 hours. Then release him. Give him the fucking special ride. Same with the governor, Governor Inslee, right? Governor Hackle. You want to talk shit? Arrest him under the suspicion of criminal behavior, hold him for 71 hours and go, whoop, I guess we're going to let you go. We didn't have anything on you. The same bullshit they pull on us. Or just keep them in jail indefinitely the way they did the January 6th protesters. You just sit in that jail cell for a couple of years while we figure out what to fucking charge you with. Right? If they started doing that while dirty, underhanded fucking politics and games, I bet you'd see a lot less criminal behavior coming out of Democrats, a lot fewer threats, right? Discount dollar store Obama, Hakeem Jeffries, talking shit, stirring it up. They're destroying this fucking country still. Now, the federal government, Trump, he's in Washington, D.C., a very small little piece of shit area next to Maryland. It is not a state. That's where the federal government resides, which means every state has its own governor, Department of Justice, Attorney General's office, their own fucking panels of fucked up lawyers and judges just waiting to steal your money. They could go and arrest these fucking people, these mayors. And if a governor commits a crime, I think the Attorney General can have them arrested because they committed a crime while in office. Arrest them. That would stop a lot of this shit, right? Nope, not going to happen. All right, everybody. We got down to 15 minutes on this Free-for-All Friday. Do not forget, go to thepreparedmind.club to get your prepping essentials. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, right? Do it. Solar panels, communication gear, right? Generators, battery backup, whatever you can get there, get prepared. Because when the stupid happens, it ain't going to stop. If the Democrats won't stop what they're doing now, what makes you think Antifa, BLM, and Palestinian scumbags are going to stop what they're doing? MS-13, right? Yeah, all of them. The Trans de Uruguay, yeah, all of them. What's that cartel out of Mexico called? Fuck, I can't remember. I always forget the name of that. The Sinaloa cartel. Thank you, John. Your brain just kicked in. Okay, Uman, let's have some fun. What do we want to discuss there, brother? And it's the Charlanator. She says, hey, I helped build my own house. Good. Use drills, saws, hammers, and any other tool needed to do the job. Good. Then you, Charlanator, have done a manly job. And guess what? That fucked up judge wants to take your skills from you. They want to take away your right. Your right to do what you want, to be free, to do a manly job if you want. Here, but wait a minute, here's a question. Man, if we get rid of the manly jobs, how's anything going to get done? Fucking farming is a manly job. Mining's a manly job. The energy sector's a manly job. Fixing sewers, right? Infrastructure jobs. Who's going to do anything? What are we going to live? Fucking carts and horses and wagons? We're going to be like the sub-Saharan African fucking continent. People living in huts made out of mud and cow shit. Literally. People in Africa are still building their houses out of cow shit. Not really advanced. Not advanced at all. Impressive. Absolutely impressive. Oh, my gosh. Well, like I said, the Democrats, folks, they're continuing to push for absolute destruction of our country. Yet another judge, an Obama judge, no doubt, is stopping President Trump from suspending visas, student visas, being asked for by foreign students, right, that want to study at Harvard. I want to study at Harvard. Give me some fucking money, government. I want to study at Harvard. Pay for my room and board. I want to study at Harvard. I don't want to have a student loan. I want someone else to pay for it. That's why they want to study at Harvard, folks. And guess what? Trump will not use his executive emergency powers to stop these deep state judges from fucking everyone over with their illegitimate, unlawful orders. The president could stop this with legitimate, lawful orders. Declare a state of emergency and take away the power of the judges. Look, if he doesn't, we're going to end up fighting. If he does, we're going to end up fighting. I would rather be on the offensive and fighting a fight we can win rather than being on our fucking heels, always responding and being defensive to these Democrats. You and I, we're going to have to fight in the streets against these Democrat criminals and perverts, against these foreigners and terrorists, right? Criminals, perverts released by deep state lawyers, judges, and politicians. Terrorists coming in the country, being let in by judges, lawyers, and politicians. Are you prepared for what's coming? Right now, I'm feeling very black pillish. Very, very indeed. I am pissed off. I'm tired of this fucking game. And it's all games. It's a fucking clown show. I expected to sit down with a beer and popcorn and watch Democrats get arrested when Trump won office and then was inaugurated, sworn in. My popcorn is stale. My beer is flat and warm. Not a single fucking decent arrest. It's all bullshit. All right. Yeah. Well, let me tell you. Here's a top story, or maybe not. Okay, guys. The director of the FBI. I want you to believe in government. I want you to believe that governments are salvation. You know I'm bullshitting you. Kash Patel says the FBI found phones and devices that Dr. Anthony Fauci used during the COVID outbreak. And Kash Patel is looking at those hard drives. In other news, Kash Patel is looking hard at hard drives used by Ronald McDonald that were used to talk to Burger King. Potential price collusion on hamburgers, right? He would rather look at fucking hard drives from Fauci and Ronald fucking McDonald than go out and arrest child rapists and child murderers that are on the Epstein list. That's the fucking truth. That's the fact. They would rather make up some bullshit. Oh, we found some hard drives. Dr. Fauci used them. Who gives a fuck? We already know that Fauci lied. He lied in Congress. He lied on TV. He lied to us directly. He fucking he's the highest paid stinking fucking bureaucrat in American history. Direct payroll, most ever paid. Anthony Fauci. Paid to be a super villain. But nope, we're not going to arrest him. We're not going to arrest Epstein clients. That's why I'm so fucking sick and tired of this fucking game. It's Friday. It's been a long week, folks. Busted my ass. Paid my taxes. Flip on the TV. Check the news. Not a fucking thing done. In fact, the president is busy having a lover's squabble with Elon fucking Musk over bullshit. Elon could have quit and just said, see you later. Trump could have said, thank you very much. And that's it. Instead, they started slinging shit at each other like fucking morons, discrediting one another and themselves and the country while you're at it. You know, now I'm finding it hard to believe that either of them have an IQ above fucking 80 because of this shit. Yeah, I'm disillusioned. I'm pissed. I'm sick and tired of these fucking games. I fuck up once, you fuck up once, you go to jail. Anyways, at least I have my sense of humor. Ooh-Man, who's up next on the Prepared Mind channel? Friday, free for all. And it's Ooh-Man himself, and he says, aha, the Make America Healthy Again, the Maha bill was sent to Texas Governor Abbott's desk. And that bill would force food companies to label their food, quote, not fit for human consumption if they contain certain dyes, like red number 40, yellow number 6, blue 1 and 2, etc., etc., and chemicals like titanium dioxide. I think that's used in Skittles. Yep. Includes Doritos, Skittles, M&Ms. Governor Abbott, a Republican, is reportedly set to veto it, quote, as currently written. Well, that's a big, beautiful, mother-loving, healthy bill. I'm sure he'll find some legitimate reason to do it. But before he signs anything, and governors and presidents have a timeline. They have so many hours to veto something. And if they don't veto it, it gets an automatic veto. Anyways, said the language is too broad. Really? The language is too broad. If it names specific chemicals, how is that too fucking broad? It's bullshit. What he's waiting for is the fucking check to clear. Yeah, I'll make this accusation. Prove me wrong, Governor Abbott. Sack of shit. You already took a bunch of money from foreign Muslim terrorist organizations. And now we have terrorist organizations building off-the-grid cities or Muslim-only cities in Texas. Fuck you, Governor Abbott. I'm tired of this fucking game, folks. I'm tired of the fucking game. He's waiting for his payoff bribe checks to cash, and then he'll fucking... No, I ain't fucking signing that. It's too broad. Sounded pretty fucking specific to me. Hey, he's not stopping him from using those chemicals. He's just saying you have to label it not fit for human consumption. I think it should have a warning label like fucking cigarettes. Warning! Chemicals known to the state of Texas to cause negative health reactions, cancers, tumors, birth defects, whatever the fuck these chemicals have been found to do. Not recommended for human consumption. Do it. We were told that cigarettes are incredibly bad for you, except for the nicotine part, which is good for you. Except it helps you fucking relax. I know there's tar in there, but you know, living in East Palestine, Ohio, is that the name of the city? Is that East Palestine, Ohio? Not Palestine, Israel, but East Palestine, where they kicked over. I'm sorry, they knocked a fucking train car off the tracks, spills its fucking chemical contents everywhere, catches on fire, rains toxic pollution everywhere. Well, do they have some broad language to describe that? In fact, somebody went in the woods there in East Palestine, and they went to a cute little babbling brook, right? Little brook. And they threw a fucking rock in the brook. Splash! Okay, that's what kids do. And you know what came up? Bubbled up a bunch of fucking chemicals and oil. You can see the sheen on the water. Oh, but you know, we don't want to do anything to try and protect the people from chemicals. They really don't give a fuck what they do to us, folks. They don't give a shit. I'm very disillusioned with all government. They're scum. Are you prepared to deal with it? Do you have food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense? Do you have a plan? Do you know your area? Do you have a group? Are you happy with them, satisfied with them? Do you feel safe? If things go south, what are you going to do? If things get nasty, what's your plan? The time to figure it out is before the emergency hits, folks. If I told you Amazon's going to go to $1,000 a share and you can buy it right now for $10, you're going to tell me I'm full of shit. I say, well, it could take 1 year, it could take 2 years or 3. I don't know, but it's going to happen. Well, right? It happened, right? Amazon went through the moon. People that bought it made $1 million. Well, I'm not offering you a way to make $1 million, folks. I'm not giving you any investment advice. I'm telling you, shit has happened before. It's going to happen again. Get ready. Same way that person said, you're not going to believe this shit, right? Invest in that. You're not going to believe this shit, but look at all the shit that's happening. Get prepared, folks, because chance favors the prepared mind. Big question is yours. Godspeed. I'll see you Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday Night Live. It's going to be the Zoo on YouTube, X, thepreparedmind.club, our flagship station, and subscribestar.com. I'll see you then. Semper Fi.